All right. I saw a creator. I think it's Create 2 Coffee. He made Coca-Cola coffee, but he didn't heat the Coca-Cola. I'm not sure why. I think he was going for an iced coffee and he wasn't sure how to do this with the soda. And I know he got some feedback from people saying, like, heat up the drink. Sorry, he used Dr. Pepper. He did Dr. Pepper. I'm doing Coca-Cola because I like Coca-Cola. And when he poured it over the coffee made the soda flat anyway, so I'm going to try heating it. I'm going to pour as much as I think I need. Woo. All I have? Yeah. And I have decaf coffee because it's late. And I didn't drink my Red Bull today, so this caffeine should hopefully help me a little bit. And I'm trying not to heat the Coca-Cola too much because it's sugar. I don't want it to caramelize. I need it not to do that, so I'm going to be really careful how I heat this. But the coffee is ready. I have a thin filter. And normally I pour some boiled water in the filter to like start the coffee, but I'm not going to do that this time. So the way I would normally make coffee, if you've seen my other videos about coffee for pour over, is to pour a little bit of hot water to kind of like, someone official will know the word, but it like preps the coffee for actual coffee making. So it's like not even enough, like I leave it over this thing and it just like, there's not even water in the bottom. And then you pour coffee over the grounds, and you can do it. Usually you shoot for like 2 pour overs, so half your water and then the rest. This time we're just gonna do all the Coca-Cola that's been heated over the coffee. And ideally, coffee should be brewed at like, the water should be just under boiling. I don't think I want this to boil because I don't want it to caramelize. It's gonna change the flavor. So we're trying to keep it as close to Coca-Cola as possible. And my decaf coffee is really old, so if I don't like the flavor, that could be why. So if you guys try this at home. But we'll see if heating it tastes good. I didn't see if he tried it. I only saw the one video, and I didn't look on his page to see if he had tried heating it because I just wanted to try it. But we'll see how this goes because this is my dessert. Alright, the Coca-Cola is steaming, so I'm gonna stop heating it at that point because, again, I don't want to change the flavor. So we're gonna go ahead and pour it in here. I hope I don't spill this. And I definitely could have used more, so I'm gonna heat up a little bit more, and while that drips, and we'll go from there. So we'll turn this on. Just a little bit more. So if there's any extra, it is what it is. Alright, let's see how this goes. Okay, so I heated that really fast, but it's ready. I hope it's not. Okay. So because it's not as hot, the fin filter is not going to work quite the way it's supposed to, because technically the heat from the water keeps the lid, it like creates a vacuum and it percolates a lot more slowly. It shouldn't be running like it is, and I can hear it running into the mug, but we'll see. So I'm gonna let this cool slightly while I eat my dinner, and then we'll try it. Also, in case anyone was wondering, they were sitting here the entire time. I do clean the counters before I cook, and if I have guests, I usually ask the guests to play with the cats so that they're not in here at all. But if you've ever owned cats, you know that it is impossible to stop them from doing something they really want to do, so I have to pick my battles. All right, so I'm gonna try it now. It smells like really heavily sugared coffee, which kind of is, but I actually really like that. Um, I wish the coffee wasn't really old because my decaf is like definitely well past its best by date. Coffee does get, it loses flavor the longer it goes. So I would 100% do this again with fresh coffee at some point. So the next time I need an actual fresh cup of coffee, I might try this again. But yeah, that's like, with this coffee, I give it like a 7.5 out of 10. I think if I had fresher coffee and did it the exact same way, I'd probably give that like an 8 or 9 out of 10. 8.5. It's pretty good.